Hey y'all, it's Crystal here from ChristaCoDesign. Today we are working up the Coastal Sun Tote, and I am using Dishie Yarn, which is 100% cotton. It's a number 4 medium worsted weight yarn. You'll need 325 yards of number 4 yarn, and we're dividing the yarn into 3 colors. Color A is Kenai, the turquoise. You'll need about 176 yards of that. Color B is Herb Garden, and you'll need 67 yards of that, plus 82 yards of Bumblebee, color C, the yellow. I'm using a 6mm J crochet hook. You also need your yarn needle, measuring tape, and scissors. The bag is worked in the round continuously, so using the stitch marker in the first stitch of the round will help you note where you are. And our finished dimensions for the bag is 12.5 inches tall. It'll be 30 inches tall with the strap, and the bag laid flat is 12.5 inches wide. Okay, we'll start with color A, and we'll begin with the magic circle. For round 1, we're going to place 6 single crochet into the magic circle. Remember not to join them, but to mark the first stitch of the round with your stitch marker, and you'll move this up each round. That's our first single crochet. Now we'll work 5 more single crochets in the magic circle. Once we have all 6 in there, we can pull on our tail to close the magic circle there. Now remember, we're not going to join, so we're just going to take out our stitch marker and work directly into the top of this single crochet, and that will be the first stitch of our second round, and we'll mark it. So in the first stitch here, we're going to place 2 single crochet stitches. Now we'll place the stitch marker in the first stitch, which is the first stitch of round 2. Continue to place 2 single crochets per stitch of this round. You'll end with 12 stitches. Here we are back at the stitch marker. We have 12 stitches for round 2, and now we're going to work round 3. We'll place 2 single crochets in the first stitch, and of course mark the first single crochet of this round as well. Now we're going to place 1 single crochet in the next stitch, and then in the following stitch we're going to place 2 single crochets again in the same stitch, then 1 single crochet in the following, and I'll just keep repeating that pattern around. I'll have 18 stitches at the end of round 3. Okay, at the end of round 3 we have 18 stitches, and we're ready to start round 4. Now round 4 we're going to start with 2 single crochets in the first stitch, and then we're going to single crochet 1 in the next, and single crochet 1 in the following. Then we'll repeat that, 2 single crochets in the next, 1 single crochet in the next, 1 single crochet in the next. Keep repeating that around until you have 24 stitches. For round 5, we're going to start with 2 single crochets in the first stitch, and then 1 single crochet in each of the next 3 stitches. And that will be your repeat around, and you'll end with 30 stitches. For round 6, you'll begin with 2 single crochets in the first stitch, then single crochet 1 in each of the next 4 stitches. then that will be your repeat around, 2 single crochet in the next stitch, single crochet in the next 4 stitches. You'll end with 36 stitches at the end of round 6. Round 7, we'll start with 2 single crochets in the first stitch, and then single crochet in each of the next 5 stitches. Then you'll repeat that around, ending with 42 stitches. For round 8, you'll start with 2 single crochet and then single crochet in the next 6. Keep repeating till you have 48 stitches. Round 9, start with 2 single crochet in the next 7. You'll end with 54 stitches. For round 10, you'll work 2 single crochet and then single crochet in the next 8 stitches, ending with 60 stitches. For round 11, 2 single crochet in the first, single crochet in the next 9 stitches. Keep repeating that around for 66 stitches. For round 12, 2 single crochet in the first stitch, single crochet in the next 10, end with 72 stitches. Round 13, 2 single crochet in the first stitch, single crochet in the next 11 stitches, end with 78 stitches. Round 14, 2 single crochet in the first stitch, single crochet in the next 12 stitches, end with 84 stitches. Here we have increased our bag circle as large as we want. So now for the next 4 rounds, we are going to single crochet in each stitch around, so we won't make any increases. Remember to move your stitch marker to the first stitch. Okay, this completes the bottom of our bag, and we're ready to start round 19 in our first mesh section. So we'll chain 2, and then we're going to skip the next stitch and single crochet in the following stitch. Now we'll mark this first chain 2 space as our first stitch of round 19. Now we're going to repeat again. So we'll chain 2, skip the next stitch, and single crochet in the following. Keep repeating that around. You'll end with 125 stitches at the end of round 19. Now we're still working continuously here, so at the end of round 19, I'm going to come to my marked chain 2 space, and I'm going to place my first stitch of round 20 in that chain 2 space, which is a single crochet. So for round 20, remove the stitch marker, place a single crochet in the chain 2 space, and then mark the single crochet as your first stitch. Now we'll start our repeat for round 20, which is chain 2, skip the next single crochet, and single crochet in the chain 2 space after. And just keep repeating that around. Okay, here we are at the end of round 20. We're ending with the single crochet in our last chain 2 space there. We have our marked stitch in the first single crochet for the next round. Move our stitch marker and start with the chain 2. We're going to skip that first single crochet and then place a single crochet in the following chain 2 space. Then we'll mark that first chain 2 we made as our first stitch of round 21. And continue our repeat around, chain 2, skip the next single crochet in the next chain space all the way around. For rounds 22 to 25, we're going to continue repeating round 21 for a total of 7 mesh rounds. Okay, now we're ready to start round 26. We're going to change to color B, which for me is Herb Garden, this multi. I'm just going to do my last chain in the multi, so I'm going to yarn over and pull through that loop on my hook. And now I have my new color on my hook. And of course I'm going to weave in these ends well at the end. But right now we'll get started with our first round of single crochet stitches. So the first stitch is going to be in that chain 2 space, and I'm going to go over my tails a little here just to trap them, but you will have to make sure you weave them in well. So first stitch is a single crochet. Now we'll single crochet in the next single crochet stitch, and then we'll repeat across. One single crochet in the chain 2 space, single crochet in the next single crochet stitch. Let me go ahead and mark my first stitch of the round because we're still working continuously here. And just repeat that across. You'll end with 83 stitches. I'm going to cut my first color here, color A, and just be working in color B for now. For rounds 27 through 30, you'll single crochet in each stitch around. We'll repeat that for a total of 5 rounds, 5 single crochet rounds total. Keep working continuously here, marking the first single crochet of each round as you go. Since we're working in the round, at some point we'll need to turn our bag right side out. So I'm going to do that now, and that way I'll be looking at the right side as I work. Okay, to start round 31, we are going to change to color C, which is our Bumblebee, our yellow color. To change colors, I stop before my last yarn over of the last single crochet, grab my yellow and yarn over and pull through. Now I'm ready to work in Bumblebee for my first stitch of the round. Just get my stitch marker out of here. And for round 31, we are switching back to our mesh rows. Okay, so we'll start with our chain 2. We're going to skip that next stitch and then work a single crochet in the following stitch. Mark that chain 2 space here as our first stitch of the round as we continue working continuously. Repeat around, chain 2, skip the next stitch, single crochet in the next stitch. Okay, so we'll continue repeating round 21 for rounds 32 to 37 for a total of 7 mesh rounds. Remember, round 21 is the chain 2, skip 1, single crochet in the chain space round. Okay, here I'm at the end of round 37, so I'm ready to change to color B for round 38. So again, I'm going to yarn over and just pull it through my last single crochet stitch, tighten up my ends here, and then I can remove my stitch marker and begin the next round. For round 38, we're going to repeat round 26, which is the single crochet round after your mesh row, your last mesh row. So you place 1 single crochet per chain 2 space and 1 single crochet per single crochet stitch. Okay, when you get all the way around, you're going to keep repeating a single crochet around for rounds 39 to 42. You'll have 5 rounds of single crochet rounds total. And then we're ready to change colors. For round 43, we're going to be changing back to color A. Okay, so once you have color A on your hook, you're ready to make a repeat of round 31. So we'll start with that chain 2, skip the next single crochet, and then place a single crochet in the following and repeat that around. Okay, for rounds 44 to 49, we're going to repeat round 21. You'll have a total of 7 mesh rounds. After our mesh rounds, it's time to change to color B again. And then we're going to place 1 single crochet in the next chain 2 space and single crochet in the next single crochet stitch and repeat that around. We're going to change to color C and then we'll single crochet in each stitch around. Don't cut your yarn at the end of this round. We'll be starting our strap next, but we're going to continue from where we are. Okay, we're back around at the end of this round, and now we're going to work into the first stitch of the round with a single crochet. And then we'll work 4 more single crochets in the next 4 stitches. Our strap is 5 stitches wide here. Once we have 5 stitches, we're now going to work in rows only for those 5 stitches. So we'll turn our work, and then we'll start each row with a chain 1 that doesn't count as a stitch, single crochet back into that same stitch, and then single crochet in the next 4 stitches. There you go. 5 stitches, turn your work, chain 1, single crochet 5 stitches, and just keep repeating this one row until your strap is as long as you need. This will be based on your height or where you want your tote to sit. I am only 5'2", so mine is 26 inches long. And this also may depend on the stretch of your yarn or your tension. So you'll want to test it when you get towards the end. Okay, so now my strap is as long as I need, and I'm just going to match it up onto the opposite side of where I started it so that I can sew it together. So you can pin it in place or just hold it in position, but a couple things you'll want to take note of are that it's not twisted. You want to make sure that the strap is straight and that you're exactly halfway opposite from those first 5 stitches you started the strap with. So you'll match it up stitch for stitch. Insert your hook in the strap stitch and the back stitch corresponding, and then slip stitch. So you just yarn over and pull through all of those. Insert through both stitches again and slip stitch across. Once you make it all the way across, you just pull up a long loop and cut your yarn, and it's time to weave in all those ends.